I'm gonna do two of these videos in one day. Every day I've been doing top 10 games of certain consoles to be ported to the next gen and to the Nintendo Switch. Basically, I did the Wii, I did the GameCube, and the 3DS one is uploading as we speak. But the N64 has so many popular games. The most recent N64 game to be ported to the Switch is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. But what about all the other classic N64 games to be ported to the Switch? There's so many of them that everybody remembers. And there's always the 90s kids' top 10 games of all time. So we'll be talking about top 10, and if we want the newer generations to experience some of these games, so yep, we'll be going over the N64 games that should be ported to Nintendo Switch. The first game on the list is Mario 64. Mario 64 has been begging for a remake for a long time. It is one of Nintendo's most important games, and it is rumored to be in the Mario 3D collection. But yeah, I think that this game will probably get a complete. Will probably get ported to Nintendo Switch. The last time this game got ported to a console was the DS. Nintendo really missed the opportunity with the Wii U, and now with the Switch. And yeah, people have been asking for remakes of Mario Sunshine Mario 64 for a while. Not really Mario Galaxy though. Number 2, Donkey Kong 64. Donkey Kong 64 is a classic among N64 games. Some people think that it's not really that good of a game, but we'll tell you otherwise. My Donkey Kong 64 could at least use better controls and use without the beetle. If those two changes were made, this game would be as on Power Mario 64. But on all seriousness, Donkey Kong Country has not really been in the spotlight that much. And I think we're making a classic like Donkey Kong 64 would make a lot of sense. Number 3, Ocarina of Time. I know this game has been ported so many times. This game was ported to the 3DS. But considering that we're discontinuing the, trend of, ESOP Nintendo Virtual Console, I think that Ocarina of Time could use a Breath of the Wild, overhaul. Or a complete graphics overhaul like Mario 64 is rumored to have. Or it still retains this feel of Ocarina of Time, but it still looks like a completely new game. I think it would make a lot of sense to port this game to the next gen. Number 4, Paper Mario 1. Paper Mario was one of the later games introduced in the N64's life cycle. I think that it would be a pretty successful port. Considering that how amazing the first two Paper Mario games were, I think that this would be a perfect port for the Nintendo Switch, but I don't see it happening over the much more popular Bowser Near Door or the much more underrated Super Paper Mario. Number 5. So the number 5th game that's to be ported, there's a lot of games that are considered for this list. Yep, a lot of games. There's a lot of classic N64 games. And excuse me for that, but yep, the last game that I think that should be ported to the next gen consoles is the first Super Smash Bros. I avoided talking about Smash Bros on all of the games, but the first Smash Bros game is the weirdest of the titles. First, it'll be the easiest game of the franchise to port, only having 12 characters. And not many people compared to have besides roster creators where they say the original 12 must stay, blah blah blah. Nobody cares about that stuff. It's the first Smash Bros game. I think of all the Smash Bros games, this one is deserving to be remade the most. With but it can still keep the original sound effects in the game. Not have the new Smash Bros sound effects. I think I want to be as like the original as possible, but with updated graphics, and it can really just me. And really, almost all the tools that the remake of this game is here. Okay, we have all the characters special to put them in the game, but edit them to it so they can have the Smash 64 movesets because the models already exist, and basically all the stages exist. Port the stages and edit them slightly, and of course and all the things you have to do is remake the mode, a few of the stages and some of the other things in the game. And there you go. You have Super Smash Bros. N64. A lot of other games that have been considered is Zelda Majora's Mask. I don't see that happening. All of the railroad games, I don't see happening. Diddy Kong Racing, I almost included that one. Pokemon Stadium, the original Mario Parties, Kirby 64. and many more classic games. This is Mario Tennis and Rayman 2 The Great Escape. What do you think what N64 games would be ported to the Switch? I don't really see any of these games happening, but I think that this was a pretty cool video, and yep, that's basically it. Goodbye.